Dear Toastmasters and guests, good evening.
Good evening.
I am Toastmaster Arun Maniyandan, shall be the subject at arms for this demo meeting today. The mission of Toastmasters Club is to provide a supportive and positive learning experience in which members are empowered to develop communication and leadership skills, resulting in greater self-confidence and personal growth. As a protocol of Toastmasters International, you are requested to keep away 3 taboo topics: sex, religion, and politics during the meeting. Further, I requested to every one of you switch off your mobile phone or put them in silent mode to avoid the distraction during the meeting. Also, you are requested to be seated comfortably until you are called. With this note, I call up our President, Toastmaster Rajesh Paligre, for opening notice. Over to you. Thank you.
Good evening, Toastmasters.
Good evening.
The weather is improving
Yeah.
and summer vacation is over. So I expected the column is more, but still people are in the summer hangover. Maybe in the next meeting we'll explain more. The main thing is by this month that we have to register 20 Toastmasters in our club. But we are struggling for that because we didn't get any guests, and yes, we did not convert them into members. So that we are lacking in that. So whenever some guests they feel it is the forum for the public speaker, we have to tell them it is not for that. Those who don't be able to speak for that this forum. So we can attract people like that. So whenever you find somebody, don't tell that it is for the Toastmasters or for the public speakers. It is for the to create public speakers. So those are most of us know when we gave the ice breaking, the butterflies were fluttering in our stomach. And now we are able to, same thing we have to tell our friends, and we have to encourage them to join the group. And last Friday, world champion Manoj Vasudevan has come to Abu Dhabi, and some of our members attended that program, and they saw a live speech from Manoj Vasudevan. And we'll ask them their experience later. And today, those who are not paid their membership due, I humbly request you to pay to our treasurer. He is eagerly waiting for your support. And with this note, I declare meeting number 163 is. Today, our very energetic, dynamic, and what you can call Toastmaster Puran is taking us for this 2 hours journey, and he will be the MC of the day today. And please give him the big round of applause.
Thank you, Toastmasters President, for the wonderful introduction. Good evening, Toastmasters.
Good evening.
I hope today's evening will be a very exciting and interesting evening. We have some wonderful speakers and some nice programs also. Before I introduce the role players, I would just like to talk about the theme of the meeting. The theme of the meeting is pay attention. It may sound a little harsh, but I think we all understand what it means. I think it is something which is taken for granted, that we all listen to what people say, but we don't fully pay attention to what the people are saying. So I'm just trying to drive home the point that listening is very important, and because of the lack of this listening skills, there are some problems we face, which I'll go into later on. I think right from the childhood days when we were in school, we used to have a teacher suddenly shout, "Pay attention, Pio." So, like you were all, I think this was one of the things that from early days we were lacking in our listening skills because of so much of distraction. So anyway, I'll go into that later on. The word of the day today is contemplation, which actually means the action of looking thoughtfully at something for a long time. So I think we'll all use this word in our speeches, when we are talking later on. Now I'll go into the introduction of the role players. Today we have, while I introduce the role players, I would like to request them to please come here and give a description of their roles. At the timer we have Toastmaster Arun Manikandan. I request him to kindly come on.
Dear Toastmasters and guests, good evening.
Good evening.
As a timer, I am responsible for monitoring the time, each meeting segment and each speaker. I will also operate the timing signal indicating to each speaker how long he has been taking. Toastmaster speeches have strictly set the time. A green light will be shown when the speaker has reached the minimum number of minutes, and the yellow light at the intermediate time, and the red light at the maximum time allotted. Thank you.
Thank you. The next role player is Toastmaster Rashid as our counselor. I request you to kindly.
Today my role is half counter. As a half counter, I will be counting inappropriate words such as and, well, but, you know, etc. Sounds may be third. You should also note when a speaker repeats a word or phrase such as I mean, this mean, etc.
We have a small change in the role play of Wordmaster Grammarian. Toastmaster Vivek has kindly consented to take the role in the absence of Toastmaster Vivek. He unfortunately fell sick today, so he will not come. Request kindly on stage and briefly describe the role. Toastmaster Vivek.
Good evening once again.
Good evening.
As a Wordmaster today, I am responsible for providing the word of the day at the meeting. The word of the day should be a word that will help members increase their vocabulary, a word that can be incorporated easily into everyday conversation but is different from the way people usually express themselves. Today's word is contemplation. The meaning, the action of looking thoughtfully at something for a long time. It's a noun. And for example, the road is too busy for leisurely contemplation of the scenery. There are some synonyms which view regarding examination also we can consider the meaning. One of the other meaning is deep reflective thought. For example, he would retire to his room for study or contemplation. Over.
I would like to apologize. I think we missed out quiz master because Toastmaster Rajesh is not here. So can I ask somebody to volunteer for quiz master? Anybody without any votes? Thanks.
Okay. Being Toastmaster of the day, Ramanda, good evening.
Good evening.
Being quiz master, my role is I'll be listening to all the speakers, and at the end of the meeting, I'll be asking a few questions that just to test your listening skills. Over to you.
Table topics master, Toastmaster Sulfikar Ali.
Toastmaster of the day, fellow Toastmasters and guests, a warm welcome. Table talk is a fun portion of the meeting and as well as silence, also just like me. The purpose and the benefit of the table topic is to improve our impromptu and unrehearsed speaking skills. If we practice or participate in the table topics, it will definitely improve in our personal and professional life. the great thing about it is there is no barrier to participate in the table topic. Anyone in the audience can participate in the table topics. Even guests can also, if they wish to participate, they can participate. As a table talk master, I have got many topics which no one knows in the audience. And the selected table topic contestant has to deliver a speech within that time frame. And those are speaking within the time frame will be qualified for the voting and will be awarded after during the award ceremony by voting. I will introduce other timing rule and other regulations at the time of my session. Over to you.
We have introduced evaluator for table topics to us. So today's evaluator, I have requested Toastmaster as a sponsor.
As a table topic evaluator, I am evaluating on the table topic Toastmasters who was delivered the speech. At the time of my turn, I will tell who is the best speaker, which I cannot do that because it is done by the voting. At least I will give a hint whom to vote.
The most interesting role, of course, is general evaluator role. For the general evaluator role, the Toastmaster Samajam.
Toastmaster of the evening, President, and fellow Toastmasters,
Good evening.
as general evaluator, my role is to evaluate the meeting proceedings in entirety and to give the feedback at the end constructively.
Then we move on to the most interesting part is thought of the evening, and today's thought of the evening will be given by Toastmaster Jamal.
Toastmaster of the day, fellow Toastmasters, good evening once again.
Good evening.
This type of style means two things. Either I was in jail or I was in Hajj.
I didn't want to ask that.
Actually, I was in Hajj, fortunately. And after completing the Hajj, I got sick. I got a cold, but this cold was, this time was very strong. I was suffering from this cold for 3 to 4 days. And I was so concerned about it, frankly speaking. Even when I reached here, I was not enjoying with my kids until I got better after that. Now, I remember the story that I'm sure most of you know, which is the professor and the black dot. There was a professor who came to his student and told them that he's going to run a surprise test exam. As usual, he handed over all the paper, exam, were text facing down on their table. And he asked them, okay, turn over the page. The page actually was empty with only one black dot at the center. And he told them, please write about what you see there. Now, student confused, let's start to write about the black dot and center, importance of black dot. Then, at the completion, he collected all the paper and started reading whatever they wrote loudly in front of public. Actually, he said, see student, I'm not going to grade you on this, but I'm going to give you something important in your life. No one of you, without exception, no one wrote about the remaining white part of the sheet. Everyone wrote about that black spot. And this is exactly what happened in our life. We have a big white paper in our life that we need to enjoy and celebrate every day, every moment. But we always insist to focus on the black spots. We have good life, good job that feed us. We have good family members, good health. We have good friends around us. So really, we have many things to enjoy. But we insist on the small relaxed health issues, complicated relationships, disappointment from office work, etc. So the reason is these black spots are very small compared to what we have in life. So the lesson learned is take your eyes away from the black spots, focus on the big white part of our life and enjoy it every moment and live our life happy and with a positive attitude. Over to you.
Thank you, Toastmaster Jamal, for the nice advice. I think it's very, very relevant today. We should focus only on the negative aspects of life, we should focus on the positive, more on the positive side. Something to contemplate on, I think, for all of us. And we move on to the next, which is a very interesting session now. It's the education session by a senior most Toastmaster, Toastmaster John Thomas.
Maybe you that most.
Sorry?
Most needs to be removed. Senior Toastmaster.
Senior, okay, senior.
There are others, I think.
Senior most is our president, I think.
One among the senior most, yeah. Yeah.
It's going to be some time, so
Yeah.
it will put up. Toastmaster of the evening, President, fellow members, no, this is a warm good evening.
Good evening.
2016 was not a great year for many countries. The major reason was, what was it? Exactly. Oil price crashed to 1/3.
Yes.
And that affected many economies. And when economy is affected, every aspect of the social life gets affected. And Abu Dhabi was not an exception. And many Toastmasters club in Abu Dhabi, which had a lot of senior members, are struggling today for survival. Fortunately, Mussafah Toastmasters Club is not that affected. We are still surviving. We are struggling to reach that 20 mark, but I think we are good to go. Because if you look at the past 6 months, there are many new members who have joined this club. So in one of our last EXCOM meetings, we have decided to do a refresh course, taking all the aspects of Toastmaster. So today is the first session of that meeting, a series of meetings, I hope. So today's session, what I'm going to touch upon is, I'm trying to explain to you what is Toastmasters, the organizational structure of Toastmasters, what are the 2 educational tracks, and some benefits of Toastmasters. Because every alternate week we spend 2 hours here. So we need to understand what are the benefits, what are the takeaways from these 2 hours of our valuable time. So what is the tagline of Toastmasters? Yeah, I think all of you are aware, isn't it? You're saying it somewhere.
The E is very important. The
Yeah.
last E in the maid and the E.
Yeah. Otherwise. Okay, so this is the slogan. The most important thing when you're part of Toastmaster This is a place for leaders. What is Toastmasters? It's a non-profit organization. What fee we collect is just for running the club. There is no profit making, profit sharing. So whatever annual fee we collect is just to maintain the club and its activities. And it is the goal of Toastmasters is to make effective communicators and leaders a worldwide reality. And it helps its members to learn the art of speaking, listening, and thinking. Some facts and figures which are really interesting. Many of you might be aware, for those who are not aware, I think some astonishing numbers you can see there. Yes. The club is established in 1924. So we are close to the centenary. And 352,000 members altogether all over the world. There are 16,400 clubs, and the TMI has presence in 141 countries all around the world. Very interesting. A great man, Dr. Val C. Medley, who is the reason for us being here today. He is the founder of Toastmasters. And that's what you see there is his words. Ours is the only organization I know dedicated to the individual. Toastmasters headquarters in US. This is the place where the first meeting was held. It's YMCA in California. But later on they have moved to their new headquarters. Yeah, and this is how the structure is divided. TMI is divided into 14 regions. 1 to 10 is Americas, and the rest is for the rest of the world. We belong to region 11, which is Europe and Middle East. This is the organization structure. The lowest part of the organization on the triangle is club number. Any 20 people can join together and form a club, irrespective of their caste, creed, religion, gender, doesn't matter. 20 members anywhere in the world can come together and register as a club. And every club is assigned a unique number. How many of you know Mussafah Toastmasters club number, club ID?
1901.
Is there no banner for this?
And now, I request you to take the agenda and look at whatever is written just below the Mussafah Toastmasters Club. I don't know how many of you have ever noticed it before. Very interesting things. That's the organization. A group of clubs, normally it is 4 to 6, 4 to 7, you know which count. Say average of 5 clubs form an area, and we belong to area 43. And same thing, 5 areas combined together to form a division. We belong to division H. And approximately 5 divisions make a district. we belong to District 105. I think Area 43 and District 105 are new. Both of them are introduced this year. Last year it was different area and different district. And there are regions, as I mentioned, there are 14 regions and we belong to region level. And all these things ends the Toastmasters International, and it is managed by a board of directors. One thing very important when I look at this structure is we are very fortunate. Mussafah Toastmasters Club is very fortunate because our area director, Toastmaster Malayalee, is our club member. And the present district director, DTM Sunil Kotarathil, is a well-wisher and he is our colleague. He works for NPCC.
Even division director also.
Division director also works for NPCC, but I do not know that person personally. But Sunil is a very nice gentleman. He is always with us to support us.
And one more thing, for the last 3 years, our area directors used to be from our club.
Yeah. Right. Good point. PO was what is that? Not immediate past area director. We have
Then Asif.
Asif as the past director and now Malayalee. But the number of clubs is just 3 in this area.
It's always changing. We are changing our division type.
Okay. Once you are a member of Toastmasters International, then we follow an educational path. Whatever we do is part of that education. So if you look at the education system, what Toastmasters International follows, there are 2 streams. So that's the new member. And there is a CC stream, which is called Competent Communicator stream. So you start as whatever majority of us do now, CC manual. That's a manual which contains 10 different projects. It teaches you or trains you all the aspects of public speaking. So I think many times we are told different evaluation that looking at the objective is very important when you present a project speech, because every project has got unique objectives. And it is extremely important to understand the objectives and present the speech based on the objectives, so that by the time you reach your 10th project, you have more or less covered all aspects of public speaking. And once you have done your 10 projects in CC, you move on to advanced communicator drones. Another 10 projects, silver. Another 10 projects, you reach gold. So altogether, you will be doing 40 speeches to complete the CC track. The competent communicator track, altogether you will be doing 40 projects total. And the second stream is the leadership stream. There, competent leader is there. Majority of the scores what the requirement of CL is the roles you take up within the meeting. So taking up this role is important, and not only that, if you have the manual, you need to mark it at the end of the manual, so that when you fill up the form, you need to put the dates. And whatever role you do, that needs to be signed by the VP Education. He has to certify that you have taken up that role. So filling up the manual is important. So make a note of it, so that when you do all the roles, you can submit your CL application. Once you are a competent leader, you can move on to advanced leader bronze and advanced leader silver. You complete both these 2 educational tasks, you reach here. And we have only one person who reached there in our club, none other than DTM view. that's a long journey for me.
What does that mean?
Distinguished Toastmaster. There are multiple roles, not only within the club, you need to do it outside the club. So let's have a bit more closer look at the communication plan. So what you will learn: speech organization, eye contact, gestures, use of humor, overall delivery. You are aware of all these things. So it's not only those simple things, there are many more important aspects you learn about public speaking by completing that manual. How to organize your thoughts, better listener, learn to think on your feet. I think that these 3 points is concentrating on the table topic session. You have been given a topic, you have 30 seconds to think, organize your thoughts. Unless otherwise you are a very good listener, you won't be able to listen what the table topics master is reading. So it covers many aspects. Body language, work to eliminate bad speech habits. Increase your vocabulary, that's why we have a webmaster at every meeting. Make a note of this word, try it a couple of times, it's part of your vocabulary. Networking, you are meeting so many people, we function as a family. Eliminate bad speech habits. I found this point is of great importance. The other day I was watching an interview. It was given by, I think, CEO of Whirlpool Appliances. He is back home, the Indian CEO of Whirlpool Appliances. After watching, excellent English, excellent delivery, but after watching it for 5 minutes, I was wishing that this guy had gone to Toastmasters. He could have performed much better because of the filler words during the interview. So much of distraction. So, if you had attended 10 meetings of Toastmasters, you would have performed much better during that interview. So, very important point, how to eliminate or do those filler things. And the leadership track, mainly it is fulfilling club meeting rules and serving as officers at different levels. So what else it gives you? An opportunity to serve as club officers, local, regional, multiple levels. You can lead workshops because area level, division level, district level, there are many meetings. They conduct workshops, education sessions. You can organize that, and it gives you an opportunity to speak outside also. Once you have done your 10 projects in CC, there are 15 advanced manuals you can choose from, and everything is specialized on certain aspects of speaking. There is one manual for storytelling, one manual for presentations. So you can choose whatever you need. Every manual is 5 projects. So basically you need to select 2 manuals to complete 1 track, because every manual is just 5 projects. Leadership track, once you are done with the initial thing, then again there are major things which you can achieve, you can achieve. What are the advantages of being a Toastmaster? You will not find any other place where you will be applauded for making mistakes. Even at home, I don't think, you will be teased by your kids and your wife if you make a mistake. But this is only one meeting where you can get applauded for making a mistake. Benefits, you are aware, many of them. And Why Toastmasters? This is the law post communication and leadership training. If you go to a third party, there are many institutes which conduct personality development trainings, but you pay big amount, and it is for 3 days. You pay 2,000 dirhams and attend for 3 full days. What you get is bare minimum. This is a continuous process. We learn slowly and steadily. There are confidence building, network. Again, network building is not only within the club level. When you can explain that. If you take up roles at different levels, you can meet people at various categories. And obviously, we all love somebody uploading us. We enjoy. So, to conclude, don't make excuses. Back to you.
You ran away with legend.
Yes.
There's a lot of changes. Thank you, Toastmaster John Thomas, for the interesting and very educative session. We hope to have some more of those in the future meetings. Now we move on to the most interesting part, which is the prepared speeches. Today we have 3 speakers. Before I go into the speakers, I would like the timer, Toastmaster Arun Manikandan, to kindly explain the time rules.
Change in the agenda.
Sorry?
Evaluation.
Evaluation, yeah. Okay, I'll just announce the. Will I announce it now? Or?
Yeah.
There's any changes you can announce now.
Okay. Yeah, there are changes. For Toastmaster Normal, we have no change. Will be evaluated by Toastmaster Q. Anthony. Toastmaster Mohammed Rashid will be evaluated by Toastmaster Rizin Suleiman.
I'm sorry, Rizin Mohammed, sorry.
Rizin Mohammed.
Sorry.
And Toastmaster Aziz Divasi will be evaluated by Toastmaster Arun Balaj. So there's a change here. Now I'd like to request our timer to give the timing rules. We have 1 icebreaker and 2 projects. So for icebreakers, I think the timing.
Icebreaker allow time 4 to 6 minutes. 4 minutes the green light will be show, and 5 minutes the yellow light, and 6 minutes the red light will be on. The remaining time the light will be red. Project speech 5 to 7 minutes. 5 minutes the green light, 6 minutes yellow, and 7 minutes red. The remaining time the red light will be shown. Thank you.
Thank you, Toastmaster. Toastmaster Naufal will be giving his first icebreaker speech, and he will be evaluated by Toastmaster Q. Anthony. I would like to request Toastmaster Q to give the objectives.
Toastmaster, good evening. Fellow members, good evening.
Good evening.
Especially Toastmaster Naufal. Toastmaster Naufal is trying to break the ice today. The objectives for his first speech project is to begin speaking before an audience, to discover speaking skills that you already have and skills that need some attention. The time allotted is 4 to 6 minutes. All the best.
Toastmaster of the meeting and fellow Toastmasters, a warm good evening to all of you.
Good evening.
As far as I am concerned, the moment is highly precious for me because it's first time doing a speech in front of an audience. So it's my privilege to be here, and I am thanking those who have given me a wonderful opportunity to be here. And today my segment is ice-breaking speech. Part of the speech, I have to introduce myself in a few words. My name is Naufal, and I am from Kerala, part of Trichur, near Guruvayur. and I have completed my diploma in financial and management accounting, presently doing my graduation as well. I have been here since 2008 and I got married and I have mother and 2 siblings. Unfortunately, my father is no more. And let me share with you one of the incidents which was my turning point of my life. I have born in a small.
Small village. Town.
Yeah. I have born in a small background family, and I went to schooling, and it was in a government Malayalee school, and I was getting some stuck for me. I don't know exactly what happened. It's a longer process, I think.
Just continue now.
Yeah, of course. So I went for that in government medium, Malayalam medium school. So there was, actually the point is not coming, that was a problem, that's why. I think, let me finish with that one. Wait, the point is not getting. Let me check my paper, if you have no problem.
You can give the letter.
Yeah. Okay, let me continue. I have born in a middle class family, and I was my schooling was in Malayalam medium, and I was not a bright student schooling when I was in my school, and after that, my 10th public board exam, I passed out that in second chance only, but I scored there is a 70% mark in science group. So my friends and my teachers suggested to me, you can apply for in the science group, it's make you a better future. So I decided that one, and I tried to get a college, and fortunately I got a reputed college in Sept. And but in fact there was waiting for me a terrible moment, because when I was entering to that class, there was atmosphere is entirely different, because I am converting from Malayalam to English. So everyone is look at to me, and when the teachers are giving the classes, it was entirely different, because they are giving the classes in English. I don't get anything. When I am sitting there, just I am like this only. I don't have any kind of idea. And when even they are giving the notes, I can't able to follow the teachers, because lack of the English. And I used to take the notes of my friends and took to my home, and I was writing that one. It was happening like that, and mentally my stability is getting low, and mentally I'm getting very disastrous, and it was, I don't want to remember those days which happened in my previous. And at last I took a pledge, at whatever happened, I will speak English at any cost. I don't know how or when. And after that, after a long time, I realized the education is not my concern, and I choose another area, which is my passion is photography. And I was learning there and very good atmosphere, but my father isn't allowed to go to continue that one. He said to me, you have to go and do for the diploma courses in English and accounting, that in a computer course. As he said, I went for that course, and there was, during that course, 8 months later, one of my sir is a mentor or advisor or coach, I don't know how to explain him. He said to me, come to next day onwards, well dressed and formal way, because you are going to become a trainee or mentor of junior students. And I was surprised. I don't know he is making fun or not. But anyway, I started my journey. That was one of my turning point, and today I am standing in front of you and doing this piece like this. That was one of the turning point. And this was happening 13 years before. and today I got opportunity to speak about that story in front of you. And today I'm wishing, if I get a chance, after a few years, I would have another story about my first speech, which is happening in this Toastmaster Club. Over to you.
Nice speech, Toastmaster. Congratulations. Now we move on to the next speech. Project number 3 will be given by Toastmaster Mohammed Nasir. He will be evaluated by Toastmaster Raji Mohammed. I request Mr. Raji Mohammed to please give the objective.
Distinguished Toastmaster of the evening, fellow Toastmasters, and in particular Toastmaster Mohammed Razik. Good evening to all of you.
Good evening.
So today Toastmaster Mohammed Razik is delivering his third project, and we'll have to focus on specifically 5 objectives. The objectives are, the first one is select a speech topic and determine its general and specific purposes. Second point is, organize a speech in a manner that best achieves those purposes. The third point is, ensure you have a beginning, a body, and a conclusion which reinforces the purposes. The fourth point is, project sincerity, conviction, and control any nervousness, if you feel. And strive not to use notes, though you are permitted to use notes. So, best wishes. Good luck.
How many of you have kids over teenage or over? Teenage or over? And how many of you have kids who are under 7 years old? Okay. How many are not married yet? Okay, good. Toastmaster of the evening, President, fellow Toastmasters, guests. Good evening.
Good evening.
The topic I want to talk about today is use it before you lose it. I have a son who is 14 years old, and I have a younger one who is just completing 5 years. So whenever I call him during the weekends, just to, let's go outside. So several of you must have been facing this issue. They said, no, we have other things to do. I just need to go to the football court. I just need to go to my friends, or I have to watch a movie. So he's not coming with me. But I want him to come with me to the park, to the shopping mall, but he's not interested. On the other side, I go back home from my work, and my 5 years old son is coming to me, and I'm telling him, I've been busy. Please go to mom. So the question here is, when he needs me, and I think when I thought about the days my elder one was at 5 or below, I think I used to do the same thing. So whenever I wanted him, that's my 14 years old son, he doesn't want to come with me, or he doesn't want me, or he doesn't need me. But when he needed me, when he was 5, so he needed me, but I was driving him out, because I was busy at something else. So my point today is, use it before you lose it. I'm not talking about becoming role model fathers. I'm not talking about helping your kids to get A grades in all the subjects. I'm not talking about helping your kids to become great leaders, great achievers, achieve their dreams. I'm talking about spend some time with your kids. I'm not sure whether you heard this story. This is one of the most touching story I've ever heard. A kid asked, how many of your kids are asking your salary? Not your salary. What's your salary, Dad? I think most kids, and I think all my kids, including the youngest one, started asking, what's your salary? And Dad, we don't give the figures, right? And we know the danger of giving that figure. So a kid asked the dad, what's your salary, Dad? And he got upset. Why? So he kept on asking that. And then he said once, okay, can you just give me 10 dirhams? And the dad asked, why you want 10 dirhams? I thought you already have money. I saw your piggy bank and I saw some money there. And he insisted that he needed 10 dirhams. And then, after I think several rounds of requests, he decided to give that kid 10 dirhams. And the next day when the kid came back, when the dad came back, the kid gave the whole money to the dad and said, I got your salary from mom, and take this money and give me your 1 hour. This is what is happening in most of our lives. We are so busy with our work, we are so busy with several other things, but we are losing our kids' childhood. And I think one of my friends told me that the most valuable thing you cannot regain in your life is your kids' childhood. We normally say that my child is giving me a hard time. I think some of us, because my eldest son got 5 marks out of 15 for the chemistry exam, and I tend to say the same thing. My kid is giving me a hard time. I'm sending him for the tuition, I'm doing this, I'm doing that. But how about rephrasing that? Instead of me saying that my kid is giving me a hard time, how about we rephrasing it? My kid is having a hard time with chemistry. It's not my kid is giving me a hard time, my kid is having a hard time, so you have to be there. I don't know whether you've observed it. When you're talking to a small kid who is 6 months old, how do we talk to them? Do we talk as a mature kid? How do we talk to them? We talk to them like a kid, right? We talk to them like a kid. So you are here 40 years old, you're talking to a 6-month-old kid, you're coming down to the 6-month-old level. But after some time, when your kid is 8 years old, you are asking him to behave like a 40-year-old person, rather, instead of you coming down, you are asking the kid to go up. So, friends, make sure that you don't lose your kids' childhood. Spend some time. Have you ever sat with your kid watching their favorite TV channel for some time? Have you ever sat with your kid to play their games? They enjoy it, and that's the best thing you can give to their life. Thank you very much.
Use it before you lose it. I think that's a wonderful message. We should seize the moment. The golden moments never come back. I think that's the message. I think also, and I fully agree. What we go through with our kids never comes back. So we should seize the time. Seize the moment. Yeah. Now we go on to the third speaker, Toastmaster Aji Devasi, will be delivering his project number 3. He will be evaluated by Toastmaster Arun Balakrishnan, and the best Toastmaster kindly give the object.
Toastmaster, good evening, fellow Toastmasters and guests. Good evening.
Good evening.
And Toastmaster Ajit Devasi in particular. Today we are going to witness another particular wonder which happened once in a blue moon on some of the Toastmaster clubs. 2 projects of project number 3. going to be second time going to conduct today. And the objectives for this speech for you today already as mentioned. There are 5 dotted objectives. Select a speech topic and determine its general and specific purpose. Organize the speech in a manner that best achieves those purposes. Ensure the beginning, body and conclusion reinforce the purpose. Project sincerity and conviction and control any nervousness you may feel, and you can avoid using noise. All the best.
Toastmasters. Two months ago, one of my best friends called me. He told me, Aji, I lost my job. For the last 3 months, I am searching for a job. I am in a really difficult situation because I have only a few days left. I have some loans here, liabilities, my kids are studying. If I don't get a job, I have to leave this country. So I told him about my own story. So after 3 days, he called me again. He thanked me. Because that day he got a job. He told me, when you told me your story, I can hear something, some inner voice saying me, yes, you can, you will get a job, some positive thing. When the entire world says no, because last 3 months he is trying, he is not getting a job. Toastmasters for the day, fellow Toastmasters and guests, warm good evening to all of you.
Good evening.
Today I am here to share about the little inner voice inside us that is saying us yes when the entire world says no, when we are going through difficult times. First, let me share my own story. Few years ago, exactly 2009, May 27, I lost my job in Abu Dhabi with one company, almost for this company. That day, I was performing very well. I was planning for vacation. The same day, when I was planning for vacation, my company told me, you can leave now, one more notice, because there are many projects. Since I am doing very well, I thought, okay, they will keep me. So very next day, I am in a job market, searching for job. That day, market was that much dry, recently. People are, companies are sending people in, thousands of people back home. There is no job here. So I was totally upset. That's the first time in my life because I did everything on merit, even engineering, everything. I had a great confidence in me because I am doing well. People will keep me because I know technically I am soft. So that's a big blow to me. So that time, what I did, I was searching for job, I am not getting anything. I told my one of my best friends. This friend told me, because whenever I have some difficulties, even I didn't call my brother. This friend is like a brother to me. I told my story. I am in this situation. He told me, Aji, don't worry. Because I know you very well. You will get a good job with a good salary, better than this. Because this company doesn't deserve you. So it's my guarantee you will get a good job. That time, because I was totally, I am trying for a job, I am not getting a single interview call. That time. I was totally lost. When I heard his words, I can see some inner voice telling me, yes, you will get a job. Why I am sharing this now? Because nowadays many of us going through difficult times. Job market is not good. Companies are laying off the people.